Chapter 1. I had just dropped off a fare at a bar on East Colfax when a call came over the radio for an address on Capitol Hill. The customer wanted to go to Larimer Square. I snatched the microphone off the dash and said, 127. With luck, I might make $5 more before quitting time. It was winter, it was dark, and I wanted to go home. But I took the call because driving a cab is like playing a slot machine. When you win money. The dispatcher gave me an address for an apartment building on 14th Avenue. I had picked up fares there before. Young people, students, punks, losers, unemployed, my kind of people. As soon as I pulled up at the curb, the foyer door opened and a young woman came out dressed like a flapper. It didn't take F. Scott Fitzgerald to tell me where she was going, the Mile High Film Festival. Bigwigs from Hollywood always attended the festival. I was looking forward to having a bigwig in the backseat of my taxi, but bigwigs rode in limousines. I didn't blame them. If I was a bigwig, I would go first class too. But realistically speaking, the odds of me ever becoming a bigwig are 6 to 1. As soon as she climbed into the back seat, I smelled vodka. During the brief moment that the overhead light was on, I noted that my fare was probably 18, but the dress made her look 19. It was white, tight, and short. She was wearing a flapper cap. She was clutching a beaded purse. Strings of pearls were draped around her neck. She threw herself into a reclining position and leaned her head against the far door and said, I want to go to, that place downtown. Smirnoff vodka, if I wasn't mistaken, and I usually wasn't. The flicker? I said. A wide smile elbowed its way between her cheeks. How did you know? She said. I knew because that's where The Great Gatsby was showing. I had browsed through the film festival schedule over the weekend, making red check marks next to the movies I didn't want to see. A lucky guess, I said. You look like Zelda Fitzgerald. Who? She said. I dropped my flag and pulled away from the curb. I had the feeling this was going to be a long 5 minutes. She was a flapper, I said. She was married to the guy who wrote The Great Gatsby. Don't you just love that movie? She said. Love ain't the word. I've seen it 14 times, she said. That's a lot of times to see a movie, I said. Did you ever read the book? What book? I swallowed hard. The Great Gatsby, I said. It's a novel. Really? She said. I've never read a novel. I'm an actress. I opened my mouth to say something, but nothing came out. In my entire life, I had never heard 2 sentences like that uttered consecutively. We rode in silence for a bit, then I heard her moving in the back seat. She was sitting up. I looked at the rearview mirror and saw her leaning toward the front seat. She rested her arms on the seat back. Do you know him? She said. Know who? The guy who wrote that book? He died a long time ago. Oh, she said. I thought maybe you were friends with him. I was wrong. It was Gilbey's, not Smirnoff. I suddenly realized she was carrying a half pint in her purse. I realized it when she pulled it out and held it in front of my nose. Want a drinky? She said. I raised my hand and eased the bottle out of my line of vision. I'm a beer man.